Alright guys, TacticalRab back again today with Valorant news and lots to discuss today. Really, there's been a few more roster confirmations, but also lots to talk about KennyS. Could he potentially leave Counter-Strike and come into Valorant just like Scream did? Very much intrigued to your thoughts in the comment section below. Like if you guys enjoyed the video, subscribe if you are new as always. I would greatly appreciate it. It really does help out this channel grow. Firstly, this luminosity going into the LCQ. Tick is officially now joining their roster, locking him down as the final member of their Valorant team. So of course they're going to have a decent chance to make something happen, but by far from the favourites, I suppose, in that tournament in terms of North American last chance qualifier. We looked at the talent, for just a couple of days ago for the European region. This is how it's looking in the North American region. Of course, in this entire thread, they look at through the observers and stuff like this, but good to see DDK back in business, of course, because he's going to be doing the major as well for Counter-Strike. Of course, we're going to be talking about Counter-Strike as well today. He's going to come back for the CS. I mean, Smix, Sean Gares, Potter, of course, also from the Counter-Strike side. Veli's done a few things in Call of Duty before, so solid talent lineup, no doubt about that one. This then to discuss from Luis Mira. So he does a really great, insightful discussion with KennyS, and I'll leave a link down below if you guys want to check it out on Decerto. I look at a couple of snippets from it right here, kind of discussing his mental health issues, which combined with poor habits led to a drop in performance of him being like the best player in the game in Counter-Strike for a couple of years way back in the day, like a clear-cut one of the greatest of all time. You know, he's benching and what his future could potentially look like. I'm sure he's thinking about Valorant right now and the potential to move over here from Counter-Strike as well, as many other players have done. This we'll just run through real quick. He's putting any decision on hold until after the PGL major in Stockholm, which I'm pretty sure finishes on something like November the 7th, because KennyS said he was playing, of course, with G2, got benched off that roster. Now he's kind of sitting on the sidelines as a content creator and finding things, somewhat difficult to find a spot going forwards. Only the second major ever he will miss. That's when he'll be able to assess whether there's still room for him in the scene in the top CSGO teams. We'll start making roster changes for the new season. So he kind of wants to stay in CSGO, but as he describes, I don't even know if my future is still in CSGO. I love the game, wish things could have been different. I wish I could change that, but I don't know if I will have the opportunity. If these words sound familiar, it's because they echo the sentiments of Scream, who said in 2020 he wished things were different as he walked away from CS and galloped off to new pastures in Valorant. KennyS is able to find some comfort in knowing what other players have done, gone through the same conflict of emotions. What Scream said literally speaks to me, right? And of course, reignited his career in Valorant as Scream right now over on the Team Liquid side. So as KennyS continues, I'm almost getting a bit salty. I saw people wanting me to get benched, and when I got benched, they wanted me to come back. Kind of a classic thing that happens in esports. I'm like, I was there, you didn't want me at the time. At the end, I had a really better mindset. I was doing things right, it just didn't work out because of many reasons. This is kind of interesting. I would be sad to leave CS, but I know I have what it takes to be a really good competitive player, but if there is no space for me in CS, I will find it somewhere else. Where could that somewhere else potentially be? For me, losing CS is a hard thing, and I think losing me is also not very nice for the game, but it is what it is. If people don't want to give me the chance, they won't, but some other people will give me the chance, and I will seize it somewhere or another, right? That's the thing. Like, as he's suggesting, if they don't want him in Counter-Strike, if no organization wants to give him a shot, Valorant is certainly calling. My mental health was really bad the last few years. Now it's really good. That stuff makes a big difference. At the end of the day, what I want to do is compete, to achieve stuff. Back then, I was not thinking about myself too much. Now he's got plans. He's got objectives to reach. He wants to move in the right direction to be a top-tier competitor once again. And well, if that means moving to Valorant, certainly seems very likely, of course, at this kind of career stats from KennyS, but it doesn't necessarily show the entirety of what a legend Kenny was from way back in the Titan days, all through through incredible career, to be honest, in Counter-Strike, winning a major, attending so many majors, and putting up ridiculous stats and so many highlight plays with the AWP in hand as a result of it. I'm sure, like, if Scream's done what he's done in Valorant, and so many other Counter-Strike players have done what they've done over there, Kenny, I think it would be a massive loss to the Counter-Strike community, but at the same time, if Valorant snap him up and some organization gives him a shot, as I'm sure they will, then maybe that could be a massive move, really, for the European scene. We know what's happened to the North American Counter-Strike scene and how everyone over there has moved to Valorant, but if it starts happening in Europe as well with guys like KennyS, that is not necessarily a death sentence and the death knell for Counter-Strike, that it's not a good look by any means. So I'm sure some of these CS teams probably want to keep Kenny around, but at the same time, like, could you really blame him if you follow Scream and, for example, NBK and players like this that could also move to Valorant as well? It could be a massive change, really, within the European scene. We, of course, have seen this recently for Spike Nations and for the Blast, Team France, KennyS and NBK, they're competing for Team France in this. So definitely it seems like it could well be on the cards going forwards. And I thought this was kind of funny from Tarik, just to finish off the video, gets to Radiant number 1, and well, now he gets Pokey, can we duo now? But yes, I'll share a clip from KennyS on Valorant just to finish out the video, but very much intrigued to your thoughts and all this stuff in the comment section below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy it, I'd greatly appreciate a like on the video. Really helps out the YouTube icon. I know you enjoyed this content. I hope like you may enjoy this content as well, and I've grown the competitive Valorant community. Thank you for watching as always, take care, and I will see you next time.
One more B long, one more B long. 2 B long, 3 B long.
Incoming B.
One more B yuka, one more B yuka.
You can save the one? Nice.
Nice jet.
Nice
One more
range.
2 B
Super.
long.
Spike down B.
GG.
Nice.
Enemy remaining.
Ana HP, Ana HP.
Nice,
Nice.
Jet, Jet,
Well
Jet.
played, jet.
Thank you.
Super.